Good morning, I'm Greg Woodman and I'm here to talk to you about one of the most unique opportunities we have in this industry, and that is for our technicians to do a much better job at generating leads and making sales than what we could possibly imagine. What we're talking about here is, first off, let's look at the potential of what it means to our businesses out there. Number one is that a tech-generated lead is probably the most quality lead that we can have as salespeople out there in the streets, because nobody trusts in our industry. The trust is no higher than with the technician. They're in the home, they're doing the work, they've probably been there before, so the level of trust and integrity is very high with the customer. And when the tech recommends that the customer replace the system, and they take that recommendation, the closing ratio on those leads is extremely high. Number two is the cost. Is that when you've already got a tech out there and they're out there to look at the job for repair, and they say, you know, we need to replace that, obviously the cost you've got involved with it is the guy driving out there and looking at that. Now, obviously that's offset by the service revenue, but my gosh, when we look at the replacement that we get out of that, the revenues are much higher. So it's extremely cost effective. Number three is you have to look at the numbers and the opportunities that we have. Now, if you run through a few of those numbers, when we ask the average dealer across the country how many technicians or how many homes their average technician is in a typical day, most of them will tell you anywhere from 3 to 6. Now, we'll use 5 as a good average number that we see out there, day in and day out. Now, if a tech is in 5 homes a day, 5 days a week, that's 25 homes they're in every single week. Now, if you multiply that times 4 weeks in a typical month, then we're looking at 100 opportunities that we're in out there every single day. Now, if you look at that and you ask the techs, you know, what percentage of these systems that we go out there are good potential candidates for replacement? And the way we look at this is, first off, why are you out there? Well, you're out there because the system's not running. And is a system typically broke down that's older or newer? Well, obviously, usually most of them are older. Now, that depends on the marketplace you're in, so this number may be higher or lower, but we look at about 50% of these as good potential candidates for replacement because of age, condition, efficiency, or whatever the reason, or most importantly, comfort, which is the number one reason folks own these things. Now, if we look at the retail opportunity here, 50 out of those 100 service calls every single month are potential leads for replacement. Now, we take that a step farther. What we do is we take this number, and when we're only focusing on this is just one thing, and that is retail replacement, retrofit replacement of those existing systems, we say, okay, well, how do we take those 50 and how do we turn those into leads? Well, the first thing we do is we teach our technicians to come up and give the customer a choice. Now, that choice is between fixing the system or replacing it.